And welcome in again to another edition of Washed Up. I am JD Pickell alongside your favorite washed up long snapper, Jake Olson. Jake, post-Christmas slate today, baby. How we feeling?
You know, JD, I'm feeling good. I'm sad Christmas is over, so don't mind me. I'm gonna be drinking this eggnog right now, bro, on this show. Don't mind me over here, JD, just trying to drink away the sorrows.
Just trying to confirm those are virgin eggnog drinks, correct?
I'm not confirming or denying, baby.
All right, well, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Jake, the Walk-On Independence Bowl, December 26th on ESPN. You got the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs and the good old Miami Hurricanes. Jake, talk to me what you're thinking about this game. Give me your breakdown, give me your analysis. 1, 2, 3, go. It's on you.
Well, JD, I can't imagine two better people talking about this Walk-Ons Independence Bowl than a couple of walk-ons, washed-up walk-ons. On top of that, look, we got these Bulldogs versus these Miami Hurricanes. Here we go. Miami, JD, I didn't see this spring game earlier this year, but it had to be ugly. And what I mean by that is this defense should have just taken over this offense. Miami, very good on defense, but just as good as they are on defense, they're just as bad on offense. JD, this team doesn't have really 1,000-yard anything. They run the ball poorly. They stop the run very well. They top 10 in stopping that run. QB sack, JD, just to give you a little glimpse at how bad this team is, they let their QB be sacked on 20% of plays last time they played. On the other side, though, they got to the other quarterback 19% of the time. So again, very good on defense, very bad on offense. On the other side, Louisiana Tech, they're decent. They're decent. I don't think they're going to be able to take advantage of the poor offensive line that Miami has. They're almost dead last in sack percentage themselves, so they're not going to be able to really get to Miami's quarterback. But I'm going to trust the senior quarterback at Louisiana Tech, Jamar Smith. He's had a pretty good year. I just think Louisiana Tech, who averages 35 points a game, is going to be able to put some points up on this Miami defense, even though Miami defense is stout. Sure. Miami, on the other hand, only put up 24 points a game on average, JD. I just don't think they really keep up. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game regardless, but Miami at -7.5 here, I just don't really see a lot of points being put up by either team, but Louisiana Tech should put up enough points to get by.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to stop you right there. If you look at the rosters between these two teams, Miami just has far and away the better talent, Jake. Interesting, you mentioned the run game or the offensive line for Miami. They may not be so efficient in the pass block game. I feel bad for their quarterback, Jarren Williams, been running for his life all year long. Basically takes the snap and has to run every single play as a rollout, even if it's a 3-step drop, because the guy has less than no time. But their running back, DJ Dallas, averaging 6 yards a carry, Jake. So maybe they don't pass block, but they run block well. So that means they can take a few steps forward and push somebody.
My running back, Justin Henderson, on the Bulldogs side, is averaging 5.8, so not too far behind.
Well, 5.8 is not 6, Jake. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I'm not a math major, obviously, but 6 is more than 5.8. So listen here. When it comes down to it, Miami has the better players. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes, not the X's and the O's. Give me Miami. I don't know if they cover. I wouldn't even touch that spread, but I do think Miami wins this game just based on A, the talent that they have, and B, just the fact that they have been disrespected all year long. I feel like they've underperformed. So I think they may take it out on this Bulldogs team.
You could absolutely be right. Miami could win this game by a field goal. I just don't think Miami's going to dominate this game by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, hey, I guess that's why they got to roll the ball out and let the kids play, huh?
Exactly.
Let's move on. Let's move on here to the Quick Lane Bowl.
Yeah, JD, this Quick Lane Bowl against the Pittsburgh Panthers, JD versus Eastern Michigan Eagles there. So basically, JD, what we got is the same, more of the same here with Pittsburgh. Very, very good on defense, very bad on offense. Pittsburgh, though, still minus 10.5 in this game, still a low point total. It's 50 or 49. By the way, that Miami total was 50. This one's 49. But JD, how do you see this game? I think this is a very similar game to the game we just talked about.
Yeah, you know what? Not a lot of points going to be scored in this game, Jake. It's going to be really a battle of attrition. Neither coach is great in bowl games. I think they're going to combine 0-8 in bowl games together between Pat Narduzzi and Chris Creighton. But here's the thing. We talked about this. I think that Eastern Michigan is the better coached team. Sure, Chris Creighton is 0-2 in bowl games, but he's showing up to a bowl game with a group of 5 team in Eastern Michigan from the MAC. You kind of got to dance with the one that brung you, but you're probably not winning a whole lot of games historically showing up with Eastern Michigan. But here's the deal. Eastern Michigan was one of the last teams to get into this bowl season. They were, I think, literally the last team selected. 78, what was it, 70, or how many, was it 82 teams, Jake? How many teams was it?
Yeah,
70 plus.
82.
70 plus, they were the last one. You don't think they got a little something to prove coming into this bowl game? It's a virtual home game, Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Eastern Michigan Eagles, day after Christmas, they open their stocking. It's a late Christmas gift for the Eastern Michigan Eagles. They get it done. They beat the Pitt Panthers for their first bowl victory under Chris Creighton. Take it to the bank.
No. Hey, JD, it's not Chris Kringle, but it's Chris Creighton, and we'll take it regardless. Look, Pat Narduzzi, like you said,
So bad.
been at Pitt since 2014, been in 3 bowl games. Just they have not looked competitive in any of those bowl games, JD. I think this guy just enjoys being in the hotel with his coaches, and that's about it as far as bowl season goes for Narduzzi there. But hey, Creighton, someone's got to win this game. I think it is Creighton and those Eastern Michigan Eagles. Not a lot of playmakers on either side of this team. Eastern Michigan is going to have a hard time running and just throwing against this Pittsburgh defense. But Mike Glass, JD, he's been decent. And the interesting thing is, JD, Mike Glass, the third, baby, 80 less attempts than his counterpart on the other side, Kenny Pickett there. 80 less attempts and has thrown for more yards than him. How about that stat right there? So this Mike Glass guy is actually pretty good. Just shows you how inefficient Pittsburgh offense is as well. So basically, I think more like the same with Louisiana Tech. They will put up numbers. I don't think Pittsburgh will be able to run away with this game. If they win, they could win, but they're not going to cover this 10.5 spread.
I completely agree with you. I think when it comes down to it, Eastern Michigan is the right pick. If you're betting on it, 10.5's a lot, Jake. I would take Eastern Michigan to cover the 10.5 personally. Even if I'm not taking a winner, I think 10.5 is quite a bit based on what we're seeing offensively from both of these teams.
I would agree. And that is it for us today. We're talking about that Walk-Ons Independence Bowl and this Quick Lane Bowl as well. Thanks for joining us today on this episode of Washed Up. Look, I'm JD. I'm going to take another swig of this eggnog. Why don't you end it while I drink my sorrows away, because Christmas is over.
It's hard to drink a sorrows away if there's no alcohol in there, Jake, but good land. I hope it's not what I think it is. Oh, gosh. Okay, yeah, all the time we got here. Maybe don't show your mothers this episode, assuming that what is in Jake's drink is not virgin. All right, that's all we got. See you guys.